this is Russ. Hey, I'm back out on the road again. Hey, I'm not moving. Yeah, why is that? I wanted to show you a product here. Take a look at this. This is the Kospet T3 Ultra. Yeah, it's called the Tank T3 Ultra. Yeah, it's a smartwatch. Yeah, this was sent to me from Kospet. Thank you to Kospet for allowing me to review their product. Yeah, let me show you the product here. Here it is. Can you guys see that? Let me see if I can hold up the camera and the watch at the same time there. There we go. So it's actually doing a little bit of recording right now. And it's checking my my ride. So let's talk a little bit about this product as we take a quick ride here, okay? Now the interesting thing is, as you might know, in the last several months I've had some health issues, and I've been tracking everything. I mean, since I got diagnosed with diabetes, which was extremely high for those who are new to the channel. You need an A1C of about 5.6. Yeah, I was like 13.2. It was pretty high, yeah. So within 3 months' time, after working on the issue, I was able to drop 35 pounds, and we did an A1C test after about 3 months, and I'm down to about 6.1, 6.2, something like that. So the endocrinologist says, yeah, you don't need to come back and see me anymore unless something happens. So he says, you're doing really well, just keep up the good work. So, so my thanks to my doctors for telling me what I need to do to stay healthy and the like. But as you know, I typically review e-bikes. And so for this particular product, I thought, well, it's not really an e-bike, but yeah, it's kind of health related, right? Let's turn here. So when they reached out and said, would you like to review our product? I immediately said yes. Yeah, it didn't take me long to agree to do it. I wanted to see if this watch was any good. Well, the thing is, you know, a lot of the watches are rather expensive. You know, if you bought something like an Apple iWatch, it's not going to be cheap. And so as much as I always wanted to get one, you know, to check my steps and other functions of these iWatches, I didn't do it because it's just a little too expensive for me. So here's this product that comes out, and they asked if I want to do it, and yeah, their sale price is like $129.99. I says, wow, that's pretty cheap. I kept thinking, could this thing be any good? So I said, all right, let's see if it's any good. So I agreed to do it. And then they shipped it to me. About a week later, I had the watch. And in the meantime, I said, well, I want to see what other people have said about it. I mean, I'm just like any other consumer. You know, I started checking on YouTube to find out, does anybody else like this watch? Seems like almost everybody likes this watch. Yeah, people have mentioned how good it is, and the pricing was extremely well within line, $129.99 on sale. So I watched these videos and I kind of looked at it and said, you know, can I do something like that? I mean, I'm usually out riding an e-bike and talking and reviewing these e-bikes. And I said, you know, how would I approach this? So Kospet gave me some potential direction of what I can possibly do. First off, they said, well, take it outside. Do it outside. Okay, here's why. I mean, I know why they said that, because I'm looking at these videos and most of the guys are doing it indoors, right? You know, nobody's got this thing on their wrist and running and doing all sorts of other things like that. And I said, well, nobody's doing that. I could do that. Yeah, I mean, they know I ride my e-bike. It says, ride your bike. Okay, I could do that. But how am I supposed to show the functions of the watch if that's the case? So I figured, you know, when it comes time to showing you all the features of the watch, at that point then I'm going to sit down somewhere and I'm going to show it to you. But let's talk a little bit about my experience with the watch, all right? You know, besides features, how is it actually working for you? Well, there's features on the watch that I use a lot, okay? I've been evaluating this watch now for the last, I don't know, has it been like 3 weeks, something like that? And Kospet was asking me how's the review process going, and I hadn't even started yet. I've been evaluating. I've been in evaluation mode, not review mode yet. And so I've learned a number of things about the watch as I'm using it. Now, they do have a lot of sports functions on here where you can actually track, your running, your swimming, your biking, your I don't know, whatever sports you do, swimming, fencing, I don't know, whatever. It's like 170 of them on there. Now, granted, not all of them are going to be applicable to everyone, but maybe you can find one mode that will suit you, okay? So for me, of course, being a guy who's riding a bike, an e-bike, I said, well, I'd like to see what it does on the cycling thing. So I turned it on, let me see if I can kick it back in here. There you go. I don't know if you guys can see that at all. Kind of holding it up. I'm hoping the camera sees it. The camera's on my chest here. So I tried to use it, and yeah, it wasn't working. It wasn't functioning the way I thought it would function. But then I found out that they actually have a thing on their app. Yeah, so there's a cycling mode on the app. So I said, oh, let me try it on the app. So I turned it on the watch, and then I tried to turn it on the app, and it said, yeah, turn off the one on the watch. Can't do them both at the same time. You either pick one or the other. And so I turned it off, and then I turned the app function on. You know what? That works. It kind of tracks, how far you've gone and everything. There's a GPS function on there, so it kind of knows where you are. It's a little map and everything. I'll show you that in a bit too. And so I was able to track those things there. Now they tell me that they have the ability to connect up to some other apps like Strava. A lot of bike guys use Strava. I didn't do that. I don't use Strava. I said, if it already has its own thing, why do I need the Strava? So I decided, well, I'll just use what's built into it. So we're recording that right now. We're going to see how well it does. Now, I've been pedaling some and I've been throttling some because I use an e-bike. I don't use a standard bike. For those who don't know, I had a knee replacement done several years ago. I don't have the strongest leg or anything like that. Plus, of course, the other health issues going on. So what else have I been using, and has it been helpful? Well, I've been using their blood pressure monitor, and people have told me, well, those things aren't that accurate. You need an actual blood pressure cuff, which I do have, but I felt that the blood pressure cuff was never really accurate, and then my doctor felt the same way too. He says, I don't think your blood pressure cuff is that accurate. So, using the one on the watch, when people are telling you, well, those things aren't really that accurate either. You really need a true blood pressure cuff. I said, well, let me try it. Let me see if it is. You know what? It's closer to the readings that the doctor gives me in the doctor's office than it is the blood pressure cuff that I have. So whether it's 100% accurate or not, it's awfully close. So I tend to trust the watch's reading more so than the blood pressure cuff that I have. And the blood pressure cuff that I have happens to be, one that automatically pumps for you, has a digital display, it tells you everything. Yeah, I kind of trust the watch one better. And there's also, your heart rate. Yeah, I check that every now and then too. I want to see, is my heart rate up or not? Oh, look, there's a deer. Can you guys see that? It's a really small little deer. Oh, nice. Oh, look, he's not even moving. He's going to run. There he goes. We knew he was going to run. So, I used the blood pressure thing. I used the heart rate thing. I used a couple of other functions, too. Let's see if we can find a spot we can go to and sit a while and talk about the watch. I know there was an area I passed. Let's turn the bike around. Let's see if I can go back to that area. We can sit and kind of take a look at the watch. All right. We're going to pass this deer again. We'll see if we can see him run again. I'm going to hold the camera a little bit, give you guys a little extra. It's a little bit more than just a watch review here. Here's the deer again. Yeah, he's just kind of standing there. There he goes. Yeah, the deer are more active early in the morning. Today was a good day to come out too because it's kind of overcast. You know, we don't have harsh sun. We've had some very hot weather recently here in the Chicago area. So this is a nice change. And again, coming out early in the morning is always helpful. We usually see the deer early in the morning too. All right, let's get over to that area quickly, and then we'll sit down, we'll talk about the watch, show you the watch. I mean, that was the whole purpose of this review, right? You want to see the watch. All right, as we're heading towards there, Kospet gave me some ideas of how to maybe do this review. He says, you know, take it and throw it to the ground. Yeah, throw it to the ground, run it over with a car. Take your bike, run it over. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. The thing is, there are other videos out there that do that. So let me just tell you this: I've seen those videos, and I trust that it is rugged. I mean, it is known to be a very rugged watch, and so we'll just trust that it can do it. They also have a thing in the front of the watch where you can put, it's kind of like a piece of glass in front of it, something like that. Okay, I was going to go here. Let's see. Nope, that's not here. Where is that place? Maybe it's a little further up. You put like a little piece of glass in front of the front crystal element. But you know, their crystal is rated by Corning. It's called Gorilla Glass. So it's pretty rugged, so I decided not to put it on. I figured, well, it's known to be rugged. I don't need the additional protection. I think it's fine without it. All right, where is this little spot that I wanted to be at? I guess it's further up. Up. Past it. Let's turn around. Yeah, here we go. Let's just walk the bike over here. All right. Too many ants on that one. I'm not going to sit on that. Where can we sit? How about over here? A couple ants. Yeah, let's go over here. All right. So let me show you the app, and then we'll look at the other stuff. So this has got a map, of course, but it also tells us more. I'm gonna hit the pause, and then I'm just gonna say stop. Press and hold, it says. End exercise. End exercise. Okay. So now I think if we go back here, it'll tell us details of that particular ride. How many miles we went, and you know, since I started the app, it was about a half a mile ride there. So it gives you the calories, the time, your heart rate. All this information is actually recorded on the various rides that you do. Let me show you the app too, then we'll take a look at the watch. So it tells you how many steps. I didn't walk too much since there it kind of upgraded. 784 steps. Yeah, I woke up, jumped on the bike and left. So I didn't walk too much. It tells you distance, tells you what your goals are. It says 8,000 steps goal. Blood pressure, 128/81. My heart rate was at 95. Blood oxygen was 99%. Stress, mood, sleep. It's got all this information, okay? All right, so let's take a look at the watch itself. First off, it comes with this. I'm gonna try to angle my GoPro here so you guys can see this. This is the box that it comes in. And yeah, it kind of reminds me of super good packaging. A lot of people have done an unboxing. I've already unboxed it. You don't need to see that. The watch comes with this rubber strap, and as nice as that is, I told Kospet, you know, I tend to have allergic reactions sometimes to rubber and the like, so I asked them if they can give me a metal strap. So they sent me the metal strap. We'll talk about that too. So watch straps, that's what came with it. Move that over. Instruction manual. And then the watch strap had extra extra links in case you need it, extra pins in case you need it, and it has this tool so that you could actually change out the watch strap easily. This little thing in here is the thing that you put in front of the watch in case you don't want to scratch it and the like. And they got cleaning things and all sorts of stuff. So, all right, let's put this stuff away. I'm going to show you the actual watch. Okay, there we go. So let's look at the watch. All right, I guess I'm gonna have to take the gloves off. Here's an interesting thing. You can see I'm more tanned on this part of my hand than here because I wear a half glove, right? So here's the watch. Now the watch has a lot of different faces that you can do. Okay, this is the one that I chose, but you can change all that. If you go over here, you've got a lot of functionality. Okay, so you can go into this area here where it says where you can actually select and change the watch face. You see, and now you've got a different watch face. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of watch faces you can use. Let's show you a couple more, so you can at least see what they kind of look like without selecting right away. So these are some of the standard ones that come with it, but you can download others too. Like this one here, it looks kind of weird, but I've actually put my photo on there. You can pick anything you want really, and you can download them so that you can get the look that you want. Now I chose one specifically that I downloaded. I chose this one because it has a lot of information here with the information that I want to see. So it's got my time, right? It's got my steps, 799. Today is Wednesday the 26th. It has your heart rate once you're wearing it, because on the back you see there's like little blinky lights here. I don't know if I can get it to go here, but there's little LEDs. Once you're wearing it, it'll measure your heart rate, and then that'll show up here. I'll see if it'll take it if I just hold it. And then of course the temperature, 73 degrees here, and then my battery is currently sitting at 82%. So there's information that can come up. This is a always on function where you can kind of see the watch. You can actually turn that off too, because that will eventually drain your battery. But you can use that. If you cover it, it'll go straight to that. There's functions to do that. Okay. So here's some of the things that it can do. Let's go here. Let's back up a little bit here. Okay. So this is some of the apps. You can make phone calls with it. So I hit call. If you hit contacts, it'll show up all the contacts that you have. Okay. And it'll call. I think I accidentally called them. I don't want to do that. Your call logs, who you called, and then, keypad where you can dial in your own thing and make phone calls. I will tell you, the phone function is really good on here. I can hear very clearly through the watch, and I've had my watch where I'm just kind of have my arm out and talking. I don't put it up to my mouth or anything. It's just like my natural distance, and people have told me that it sounds extremely clear. So I'm very impressed with the call function. There's daily activities, kind of tells you how many calories they expect you're going to do and your steps and all that. There's workout. This is where you have all the different functions of the things that you want to do: indoor walk, indoor run, outdoor cycle, pool swim, and there's a whole bunch you can download to have more. And then your workout record, it'll tell you, whatever record. I have no records because I haven't been using the functions of here. I've been using the app to do it. Your heart rate, okay. So if you have the watch on, let's put it back on here, because you got to be on, otherwise it can't measure. If you have it on, it will tell you what your current heart rate is. I'll have to wait a little bit here. Let's back out of it. See if we can get it to kick in here for us. All right, so it says 85. All right, so that'll do that. Then your sleep functions, whatever your sleep was doing. Blood pressure, so it was 120/73 the last time I measured it. But you can hit the start measure and it'll actually measure. It takes a little bit of time. I'm not going to show you the whole time, but it'll give you the final measurement up here. Blood oxygen levels, if you're stressed, what your current emotion is. It'll control your music too. So if you have your phone with some music, you can hit the play button and it'll play it. You forward it, fast forward it, rewind it. There's volume levels. You can either send the music directly to your watch or just play it off of your phone. There's voice assistant, so you can actually talk out the function you want to do. There's weather, kind of tell you today it's cloudy, 73. There's a compass function. And you have to calibrate it initially. So let me take off my watch. It'll be a little bit easier to do that. So what you do is you need to do like a little figure 8 pattern. Okay, so it kind of finds itself. I've seen other compasses do a similar thing. And then it should be able to tell us what direction we're at. Let's see, can you guys see this? Yeah, there we go. So it'll tell you where it is. You have to keep this level in order to be correct. So if your watch is sticking up or everything, it's going to give you incorrect measurements at that point. There's barometric pressures, right? 982. What other breathing exercise thing? Notifications. If you had any text messages that came in, here's a text message that came in. You have stopwatch functions, alarm, timer, calculator. So yeah, it's got a lot of functionality on here. You could even use the watch to trigger your camera function on your phone. That's kind of cool. There's a flashlight function. Although we're outside, it's hard to tell, but this is really bright, so you could use that as a flashlight. It could even help find your phone. If you don't know where it is, it'll start playing a little ringtone on your phone. And there's women's health settings, which of course I can't do. So there's a lot of functionality on the watch. Besides pushing buttons, this is a selection button here. Okay, this is a back button, the last thing you looked at. There's an up button, so there's things you can turn on and off, and then there's a down button. Okay, so it could kind of move things to different functions there. Besides that, if you swipe, you can swipe down to get those functions. You can swipe across, get these functions. Swipe this way, that gives you the notifications. Swipe up, that gives you all the other functions. So there's a lot of functionality on the watch. I will tell you that it comes in 2 different colors. There's black, and of course that matches the black strap, and you can get black and you can get a black watch band. Now they call this silver. I personally don't call it silver. It's more like a champagne goldish color. But the optional strap is more grayish than silver. So they don't 100% match in color, but it's good enough. And you know, if it didn't have the ability to get the metal strap, I probably would have said no to this, because again, I will tend to get rashes if I don't have metal against it. So yeah, overall, I'm very impressed with the watch. It seems to do a good job. Would I recommend it? Yeah, absolutely, I would recommend it. Doesn't do everything perfectly. Okay, there's your heart rate. It's measuring my fingers. Let's see if I can get. Can you see the green light? Yeah, the little green lights were doing it. So it was measuring, just holding it with my fingers against that sensor. But yeah, I would recommend it for $129.99. I don't think you can beat it. It's built really well. It's rugged. The only thing that I would say would be my negative against it is it is rather heavy. But I think eventually, after you've worn it for a while, you do feel like you've gotten used to it. It is rather thick. Okay, so it's not as slim as something like the iWatch. But for $129.99, I don't think you can beat it, folks. So I would recommend it. If you're looking for a smartwatch, you want to have something to wear that you know, could not only tell your time, it'll tell you everything else too. So anyways, that's my review of the Kospet Tank T3 Ultra. And again, they do have an M3 Ultra as well, which is more rectangular in shape if you don't like the round shape. Basically same cost. It's just a matter of whether you like this style or you like the other style. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. There is a link that I will leave in the description of the video. If you're interested in one of these, please use the link. That helps the channel out, and I appreciate it. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys next time.